What's going on, y'all? It's Big Facts again, coming at you with another video. Now, in my latest installment of the Victimhood Culture, we're going to examine country/pop artist Taylor Swift. Now, Taylor Swift has recently got into, quite a bit of a verbal squabble with known manager Scooter Braun. He manages acts such as Justin Bieber, Usher, Kanye West, just to name a few. And she recently got into a squabble with him regarding, ownership of her masters. Recently, Scooter Braun had purchased Big Machine Records, which was what Taylor Swift recorded, I believe, her first 6 albums under. And part of that takeover, Scooter Braun acquired the masters of Taylor Swift's work. What Taylor seems to have an issue with isn't the fact that her masters, that she does not own her masters no longer. Her issue is more so at the fact that it is Scooter Braun who owns her masters. That's what she's upset about. And that's just typical, victimhood, whiny type of behavior. Not wanting to be a bigger woman and understand this is how business is gone. This is how business is handled in the music industry. She does not want to face that fact. So what does she do? She tries to play the woman card, the feminist role, have all her fans attack Scooter and his wife, saying that, Scooter is he's manipulating women, etc., etc. That how could he own her work? When what's so funny about it is that part of Big Machine's ownership, before Scooter bought it, Taylor Swift's father was part of the ownership. He was actually part of the negotiations of the sale of the company to Scooter Braun. She fails to disclose that information to her fan base, that her father was in on it. And if she really cared so wholeheartedly about her masters, she would have done her due diligence, her team would have done their due diligence to secure those masters, meaning they wouldn't have taken the advancements that the record company was giving to them up front. Instead, they would have believed in themselves and said, hey, we want to own the masters. You guys can hold on to those advancement checks. So she didn't even believe in herself. Her team didn't even believe in her success. But people like Scooter and the rest of them actually knew the quality of work that was there, and they valued that. And now she's upset? This is typical victimhood culture. Blame everybody else but yourself and don't want to be held accountable to anything. We get upset and we laugh at other artists, particularly other artists from other minority groups, and say they got to be better with their money. They got to be more business savvy. We don't ever hold them. We don't ever try to show them any kind of support or sympathy. Instead, we hold them to a higher standard. So if we're going to continue to go with this whole men are equal to women nonsense, this whole feminist role, then she needs to hold herself to a higher standard and realize that she screwed up. She effed up. Now she wants to win over the court of public opinion. That's typical. That's just textbook victimhood culture. Try to show that you're the victim, post air everybody's laundry out in public just so you can win over the public's sympathy. And, because of the fact that a lot of the public do not take the time out to read and investigate, they get swayed into supporting something they shouldn't. They get swayed into supporting bad behavior because they're emotionally reacting rather than mentally responding. They're just reacting to the emotions that Taylor Swift is putting out there, so they all want to jump on her side, not realizing that, she's a known liar, a habitual liar, just as she was called out for lying on Kanye. She also lied at the fact that she didn't know about the whole business proceedings, where in fact that she was actually given information that the sale was going in through days prior to the closing of the sale. Her father was involved in the negotiations, as I mentioned. So she knew about this all. She did not, what she's upset about, she's not mad about the masters. She can give a rat's ass about that. in my personal opinion, she can give a rat's ass about that. She's just mad that the person who's going to own and make money off of her work, is somebody that she doesn't, I guess, appear to like, and that's Scooter Braun. She's lost total leverage. She's not, because this is somebody who at her peak, she could have, if she really cared about those masters at her peak, she could have wielded any power that she wanted, and she could have had that. And right now she's lost all true leverage because she's not as popular as she once was. And now, because she knows that, she tries to go with the victimhood role. Woe is me. Textbook 101 of victimhood culture. And people, we have to stop as a society, not just men, women, as a society, we have to hold ourselves accountable. Especially in this day and age of the internet where all information is at our fingertips. We have to hold people to a higher standard. We have to be held accountable. And we cannot support this type of bad behavior because this is how innocent people get hurt. Moreover, she's a known liar. She's been called out upon it. She wants to air people's dirty laundry. She wants to just continue to get messy. And her fan base just continues to perpetuate this nonsense. And this is why nobody respects her. And she won't get anybody's respect. And she won't get anybody's sympathy throughout this all. And at the end of the day, you're going to see Scooter Braun's going to end up out on top. He's just going to continue to end out on top. And what's funny about it is that before the sale even went through, they were trying to renegotiate a whole new contract for Taylor where she would have even had the opportunity to purchase her masters, but she left it. She walked out. She said no. She wanted to go to Universal. She left the company. She left Big Machine, did not care. But now that Scooter owns it, she's going to just twist this around and say like, oh, men are manipulating women and this, that. No, it's not going down. But I want to hear what y'all have to say. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. I'm out.